it, I can't take it anymore, not anymore. No one said that this would get easy. No one said this wouldn't get hard. Brush it off and roll up your sleeves now. It's a shot in the dark till you get what you want.
Boom, welcome on back to Spike College Football Show with your host, Johnny B of college football fame, of gambling fame, of 25-11 picks on TikTok. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Wow, my camera's all kind of jacked up. Is that better?
There we go.
That's so much better. Here we go. What's up, everybody? We are back. We are better than ever. It's week episode 9. Who cares? I'm your baby mama's favorite gambler, your wifey's favorite bookie. There's only 2 of us. We're doing a Saturday live because people have lives. People have kids. You know, they have shit to do. People are fucking. You know, maybe Rob was fucking last night, just laying the wood on his wife. I think that's what that was going on. I don't really know. We can just say that because he's not here. JC was definitely fucking because, I mean, he's hot. Look at him. He definitely has lots of sex. Yes. And me and Tyler were definitely jerking off. Anyway, I got the kid. He's in his room. If he wakes up, oh well. Here we go. We're going to do some picks. We're going to go over what happened last week. And Tyler, how was your week?
Oh, it was a pretty good week. Like, I felt good. I mean, Nebraska won. We're going to get to a bowl game. It's going to be a good day. It was good.
Well, speaking of feeling good, we'll go over the picks later. But last week I went 6-9.
Ooh.
Rob went 6-9.
Ooh.
JC went 8-7.
Slightly better.
You went 11-4.
Woo-hoo. Yeah, I told you I'd be sitting in that island. If only I had my sound thing working, I'd totally give myself applause.
So far for the year, I'm 51-37. Rob is 53-35. You are 37. No, JC's 37-25, and you are 58-30. You have a 5-game lead. 5-game lead.
We're riding this train.
Now, we do have Rob's picks for us. JC's picks we do not have. I am here. We're going to talk about what's going on. Let's talk about what happened last week. Let's talk about college football. We're going to lead you guys up all the way up until the games. I'll even give you who I'm gambling on today. And we got to start with the most important thing. Does the Michigan thing even really matter? You're the Big Ten guy. Go ahead. I have my opinion. And it's part of the game. It's literally part of the game. Sign stealing is part of the game.
Yes, sign stealing is part of the game, but the way they did it was not kosher. And
using cameras.
Yeah, and being visitors at the game. Because you can do it in person. The bit is when you introduce an electronic and solicit people.
And it's just weird how he was an average Big Ten coach, and then all of a sudden now they're competing for playoffs.
And a lot of people are attributing this move because don't you remember a couple of years ago how we thought Harbaugh was on the hot seat? He gets his deal restructured to perform better.
Yeah.
And then this all of a sudden happened.
I can't take it anymore.
What happened?
Little glitch there. Totally didn't move the mouse and hit the button twice.
I do remember that happening though.
But yeah, it depending on what Big Ten market, like it's coming out, what games he attended. Like for us, he attended the 5 Nebraska versus Ohio State games, and it was purely to scout Ohio State. So like all the intricate details are coming out about each market.
Now, I don't really care. Whatever, you still gotta stop it on the field. But what is your opinion? Like, what do you think the Big Ten's gonna do? What do you think any punishment's gonna get laid down? You're the Big Ten guy, so
I think if any punishment gets laid down, I don't think it comes during the regular season. I think it comes a postseason ban type thing in next year. Gives essentially Harbaugh an out to go back to the NFL if he wants to. But I think at worst it's a postseason ban. That's at the worst.
Sorry, I'm adding funds to my FanDuel so I can gamble.
No, but no, I think at worst the bowl ban, and then if it's super severe, they'll start vacating wins. But I don't think they'll vacate wins.
So you don't think they'll vacate wins?
No.
Do you think he gets fired for this?
Yeah. I
You
think
do?
that's what ultimately happens.
Well, that's a pretty bold statement.
I do. It is, but it's just somebody has to be the scapegoat. And
But do you think he gets fired for this year?
Harbaugh?
Yeah.
Or no, I don't think Harbaugh gets fired. I thought you were referencing that staffer.
No, I thought you were okay. No, I apologize.
No, I don't think Harbaugh gets fired. I think Harbaugh gets an opportunity to make an exit, similar to how Pete Carroll made his exit to Seattle.
We're going to do something different today, by the way. I'm sorry, I was loading. I don't think anything really happens. I think Harbaugh goes to the playoff, gets his ass kicked, and then he goes to the NFL and gets away from this college bullshit, and I think he runs away from it. We will be doing something different today, guys, because we are now right before the game. Look what we have pulled up. We have it pulled up.
I do
So
too.
we'll be picking the games live. I'll be picking the gambling games live that I'll be gambling with today, which should be fun. But now let's get into what else happened last week. Like I said, I don't really care about the Michigan thing. Everybody's making a big deal. Like just I don't care. I really don't. And I hate Michigan, and you know I hate Michigan, but like I don't care.
But it's just one of those things that's Big Ten niche related, and it's like a rule that was definitely broken, but on the surface to the rest of the country, nobody really cares. So
now, what happened last week also in the Big Ten? I mean, the score was a little closer maybe than people. Ohio State just thumped Penn State. Like Penn State's offense, Drew Aller is terrible. And I guarantee you that those Penn State fans are wishing that they had what the hell was his name? Who was there forever?
I never can remember it. Yeah,
What's that?
I never can remember any Penn State quarterback because they've all
Not
been
Hackenberg, but the moron that came before. Whatever. They're wishing he was back. That was terrible. Drew Aller he completed 50% of his throws. He looked terrible. The all offense was terrible. Penn State's defense kept them close in the first half, and then they finally started getting the ball to Harris in the second half. This was a thumping, and it was a close score, but a thumping.
Well, I just love how Ohio State is they're just not as great like as past years.
They're not as great on offense, but their defense is very, 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 very good.
Yeah.
Which I think might help them against Michigan.
I really hate that the Big Ten became an all-defensive conference. Because I watched Virginia Tech Thursday night, and I'm like thinking, man, offense is fun. Because they were throwing double passes, hook and ladder.
Is there an offensive team? I would say probably the most prolific offensive team is probably Maryland in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I mean, Is that the offensive team in the Big Ten?
That is. I would agree with that sentiment.
And that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what else is pretty funny? Rutgers is like 6-1.
Which is mind-blowing to me.
By the way, I had Rutgers. We can look at it right here. Because this is the beginning of the notebook. Rutgers. What does that say right there? What does that say?
Rutgers.
Over. And what's that date say?
7/20.
Okay. That's when the bet was placed. I hit that in fucking almost August.
This is wild.
That's Rutgers. Anyway, They're not going to win the East because they already lost to Michigan. But it's pretty awesome to watch that.
Fuck,
Other things around the league we'll get out of the Big Ten. Miami stays alive by beating Clemson in double overtime, which is probably the most exciting game last week. FSU is still undefeated, even though they had a struggle versus a handicapped, I guess you'd call it, Duke team.
Yeah.
Utah beats USC, because Utah just, like we said, some teams beat certain teams. Utah just beats USC. Doesn't matter the score, how the game is played. Utah just beats USC. And Bama beats Tennessee for a little bit of revenge, which was pretty cool to see. But Utah beating USC was the most predictable thing happening.
Lincoln Riley gets on by Kyle Whittingham every single time.
Now, I know these games today kind of aren't that great either, guys. I'm looking at the games. Your 12 o'clock slate's pretty bad. You got the Georgia-Florida game at 3:30, which isn't terrible. But you ever seen the show Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
You know how they say, what's the North saying?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Winter is coming.
Oh, that
For this college football year, it's not winter. November is coming. And it'll be here next week. And that means games will be turned right the fuck up. Guys, college football is almost over.
Yeah.
November is coming. And with November, it's the big – now they can't hide. Now the teams can't hide. Now they have to play the real games.
They have
to play real teams. Ohio State's – well, they already played real teams. But everybody's got to play each other now. Everybody's got to play. So it should be some good matchups on the SEC. The Pac-12 they've been slowly gearing up. They've been slowly playing. Now they're really going to start turning, like tonight, starting today, Oregon versus Utah, which should be a hell of a game, which I don't have a read on, by the way, at all. We'll talk about our picks later, but I don't have a read on that at all. And you start ratcheting it up. It's like a slow burn. It's like a diesel. College football this year is like a diesel. You gotta let the light turn on, and you gotta just let it run, and then it will run all fucking day. But it just takes a while to get there. Now, let's go over. We don't have a lot of people. It's only me and Tyler. Tyler, anything specific you want to talk about going into the week?
Not really. Like you said, it was kind of last week.
I actually have a request.
Yeah, what?
Can we talk about the Big Ten West? Because I'm not paying any attention.
Woohoo!
What's going on in the Big Ten West?
We're all dumpster fires. We're trying to figure out who's the worst, not as bad dumpster fire.
Is there any dumpster fire that's not as like who has like the someone's got to have the upper hand right now. Who's got the inside track? Like what's the standings? I don't even know.
That me?
If you just joined us, people, Tyler is our Big Ten guy. We usually have an ACC guy, but he's Asian and he has the Sabbath today. And I think it's the Asian Sabbath. I think that's a real thing. And our other guy's really good looking and probably having sex with his beautiful wife.
Multiple.
Or hunting.
But, oh, man. I was listening to a radio show where freaking they were deliberating who needs to win what to possibly end the Big Ten West.
So who right now is on top?
Let me dig up standings load. Big Ten standing. I believe it is Iowa still on the West because they're.
I have it right here.
I got it now too. Wisconsin is.
Wisconsin is 3-1 overall. Have they played Iowa? Yes, they beat Iowa.
Yes, they beat Iowa in that 1-4 a couple weeks ago because they had to play each other.
But they're going to take a loss today in conference.
Yep.
So everybody's going to have at least 2 losses by the end of today in conference. What's up with Nebraska? Who'd they lose to? Who'd they beat in conference?
We lost to Minnesota, and we lost to where is it? Minnesota and Michigan were our two losses.
Oh, so that doesn't really matter. Okay, so you guys still have everything in front of you because you beat Northwestern, you beat Illinois.
Yep.
So all you have to do is take down Wisconsin and Iowa.
Yep. Those are the last two games of our season. Today we play Purdue.
Because you know Minnesota's going to drop. This is a fucked up. You guys are just a big fucking clog of fucked upness.
Yeah, but the good part is about Nebraska is because we haven't faced Iowa or Wisconsin yet, we have a pretty good optimistic shot of at least winning or getting to the top by Iowa.
I think you guys control your own destiny.
Yeah, we totally do. Because
God, the Big Ten, it's just a fucking clog of just bad football.
Because, I mean, our other two games left are freaking Purdue, Michigan State, and Maryland are the three that are.
You should win 2 out of those 3, at least.
I think Purdue and Michigan State are those 2.
Yeah, and then you could beat Maryland.
I could, and that's the game I'm going to on Veterans Day because I got invited to the governor's mansion.
So you guys could be 7-3.
Yeah, realistically.
Going into Wisconsin and Iowa, 7-3 with a conference record of 5-2, and you could win the conference at 9-3. Wow, this is.
You wonder why I'm so optimistic about it because it's the last time there'll be an East-West. And
You're so optimistic because if it was a normal division, you guys wouldn't. These teams wouldn't be talked about.
And it's the third year that this shit has happened, where fucking all the offenses in the West choke and it becomes a defensive struggle.
And people forget the biggest winning streak in the Big Ten West is Nebraska right now with 2.
Mm-hmm. Won 3 out of the last 4.
All right, well, let's talk about the games this week, bud. We got the paper. Let's talk.
You just pulled up. Where do you
Number 6, Oklahoma, -9.5 at Kansas. Remember, we just pick the winners. We do not pick the spread. We will be picking the spread at the end of the day with me on my FanDuel, but just the winners. I'm going to take, because he's still out, Bean's going to be quarterback in Kansas. I'm taking Oklahoma.
Damn. You did the homework for me, so I guess I got to go to Oklahoma. Damn.
And Rob sent me his. Do you have Rob's picks? Because I can't look it up. I'm on my phone.
Yeah, I can dig them up.
Tyler's going to be giving out Rob's picks, who has cooled off. Tyler's been our hottest picker right now, actually. Who did Rob take?
He doesn't have it on here.
All right, if he doesn't have it on there, then we'll move on.
Yep, he doesn't have it on there.
I gave him the list.
It's not on here.
Indiana.
Oh, no. Oklahoma. Sorry. My bad. Shit was covered up at the top. That was my bad.
Indiana plus 31.5 at number 10 Penn State. The reason I'm picking this, because could this be a letdown? Like, what time is this game? It is a 12 o'clock game.
No,
I know but it is in Penn State. I'd say that Indiana covers but loses the game.
Rob says Penn State by maybe double digits. I'm going Indiana.
Okay.
Because I'm buying the letdown spot, especially because
I think that they'll definitely cover the points here. Next game, West Virginia +7 at UCF. I'm taking Chad and I'm taking West Virginia.
Rob's going UCF by 20, but I'm going West Virginia.
And I don't know if I think Plumlee is back for UCF, but I don't care. I like Garrett Green and I like West Virginia.
Yeah, I like Garrett Green a lot.
South Carolina +16.5 at A&M. I am no longer on the Spencer Rattler train. It's not his fault that they're losing. He gets zero help. Zero. This is not against Spencer Rattler. This is against the rest of the fucking The team I'm taking A&M, and I'm taking A&M big.
Rob's doing the same thing because Doja Cat is never the answer, and I'm doing it as well.
Clemson minus 9.5 at NC State.
I want chaos. Give me NC State, please.
I'm gonna take Clemson just because I don't think NC State's very good.
I just want the chaos. Just this is purely me stepping out because I want to see Dabo fired because I want the chaos.
Rob said, I think Rob on the paper said, Clemson wins or Dabo's fired. So he's taking Clemson. Mississippi State plus 6.5 at Auburn. Mississippi State coming off of a 7-3 win against Arkansas.
What is the points? 7?
6.5. 6.5.
If it was 7, it'd be easier. Yeah. Mississippi State.
And this is a 3:30 kick.
Yep.
Who did Rob take?
Auburn and another 7-3 thriller.
I'm going to take Auburn because they're home. Purdue plus 1.5 at Nebraska. What time is this kick?
2:30 or 3:30 Eastern.
I'm going to ride with you, Tyler.
You have to ask me.
And what did Rob pick?
Nebraska. Let's go Big Red.
The consensus, our second consensus of the day.
Quite frankly, it's tame because I was expecting him to say something insulting about my team, but that's okay.
Colorado plus 15.5 at UCLA. 23 UCLA. I think that's a lot of points.
It's going to be a lot of points.
I think UCLA. I'm going to take UCLA here, but I'm going to bet Chicago. I'm going to bet Colorado on the points. I think that's way too many points.
Yeah. This screams UCLA pulls out ahead and
this screams Colorado could definitely pull this upset, but I mean this is definitely a one possession game.
Yep. I'm going UCLA as well.
Who did Rob take?
UCLA in an overtime 64-63.
See, we're all on the same page there. That's way too many points, right?
Yeah, way too many.
Number 1, Georgia, minus 14, neutral site game versus Florida in Jacksonville. The world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Who you got, Tyler?
Georgia, all because Florida's just not that good.
Who did Rob take?
Georgia wins in a squeaker.
I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna jump on Mertz after a big game last week. I'm gonna take Florida.
I can't be all in Graham Mertz. We trust. I just can't do it.
I can't either, and I hate that I'm doing it. It's just I want to see Georgia, not kind of like you picked the other chaos with Clemson. I want to see it happen. Number 20, Duke plus 6 at Louisville. I believe this is a night game.
It is.
At number 18, Louisville. I saw my team go into the Ville, and it's crazy for a big game. At night, I'm taking Louisville.
And I'm doing the same thing.
Especially because Leonard is not – I think he's playing, but he's still hurt.
Yep.
Who did Rob take?
Louisville defends the Ville is what he says.
BYU minus 20 at number 7, Texas. I did this because I think this is another sleepy game. Yeah, it's a 2:30 – it's a 2:30 local pick. I think this is closer than people think, but I'm taking Texas.
How many points is it again?
20. And at 20.5 now. It was 20 last night.
I'm going to go BYU.
Put the upset.
Yeah.
And for Rob?
He went Texas. What did he say with it real quick? He said, Texas wins by 50 and Taysom Hill revenge.
I just think I think that could pull that upset. Texas usually loses like a weird later game like this, like in the season where they should blow out somebody. Next pick, Virginia minus 18. Well, nope, that's not right. Virginia plus 18.5 at Miami. Miami coming off of they're probably the biggest win of the year. Double overtime at Clemson. Is it a letdown spot? Miami's still technically in the ACC hunt. I'm going to take Miami, and I'm going to take them. I think they cover, too.
Rob says Virginia ruins yet another Miami season.
And that's why I had this on there, because Virginia did just ruin North Carolina season. Virginia's a ruiner.
I'm going Miami.
All right, selfish one for me. Pitt minus 20.5 at number 14. Notre Dame coming off of a bye. Who'd Rob pick?
Notre Dame obliterates Pitt because it's home. And I agree, because Pitt's just not that good.
I think we come out with like balls, and like we had 8 weeks straight, longest that anybody's played all year. We were tired, and we still finished 2-2 in that hard gauntlet. I think we come out like gangbusters for the second half of the season, and I think we beat them by 30.
Yeah, you guys got way too much offensive firepower to not lose this game.
Next pick. 21 Tennessee minus 3.5 at Kentucky. This is the battle. They should have this. I don't know if this is an actual thing, but this should be the Bourbon Bowl battle. This should literally be the Bourbon Bowl.
Right. It really should.
Who you got?
Tennessee.
Who's Rob got?
Tennessee pulls it out.
Well, you know I don't pick backwoods, podunk, fucking cousin, fucking blueface, fucking miserable cunt. Lost their last 3 games because I told you they were going to start off hot and then lose everything. Fuck them. I don't like them. Fuck Kentucky. Give me Tennessee big. Fuck Kentucky. Number 3, Ohio State at minus 14 at Wisconsin. I believe this is a afternoon game.
It is.
Is it?
No, it is 6:30. It's the NBC game. That's right.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to hammer Ohio State.
This game is
And I think they cover.
yeah, it's gonna be a boring game. Because Tanner Mordecai's still out, I believe.
Who did Rob take?
Ohio State wins the snooze fest, and I agree.
Number 11, Oregon State minus 3.5 at Arizona. Listen, I always said I'm going to take the Pac-12 home team here. And this seems like not a lot of points because so it's kind of leaning towards Arizona. But I'm still going to ride with my boy DJ and their offense. Oregon State.
Everyone's like hella optimistic after last week because they trounced whoever they played like 44-0.
They beat Wazoo, but Wazoo came off of that was like a buzzsaw. I don't know. That's just one of those weird things that happen. They're not going to do it back-to-back weeks.
No, they're not. I'm gonna go Beavs, and then Rob says, "Why is everyone in Arizona's dick?" Beavs win.
We have a lot of concentric picks today. 1, 2, 3. We have 5. Last game, big game. That's where Pat McAfee is right now. Lee Corso. Number 8, Oregon, minus 6. At number 13, Utah in Provo. Or wherever that is. I don't know where it is.
You're right.
Who you got?
I don't want to pick against Utah, but Oregon's gonna win.
Who did Rob pick?
Did he pick it? I thought he. Oh. Oregon at Utah. Follow the. It's cut off.
What did it say?
It's literally cut off. Because it's got follow the rule of the and nothing.
He's taking he was going to say the Pac-12. He's taking Utah.
I think so too.
What does that say right there?
J Big. Oh,
I think that's my initial because that's how I do it. I think Oregon wins by 30. I think Oregon shows that they are a real playoff contender. They still, Cam Rising is not playing. This is a statement win for Oregon right now. Statement win.
I think it's at least by 2 touchdowns.
And I don't think that never happens in Utah, and I'm kind of scared about that. But I think Oregon wins big, especially with that line. That line should only be like maybe 4.
Yeah.
3, 6. 6 is leaning towards they're going to win by at least a touchdown. So I'm going with Oregon, probably by 2. Maybe alt line it.
Ooh, I'd buy points if you could. Shit.
All right, here we go. Tyler, do you see the screen?
I do. Let me full screen it so that when people.
Let's do a 6-team parlay. Money line parlay. Let's pick some underdogs that could parlay to win. I think West Virginia has to be on that.
That's one of them, yeah.
Let me see if you see anything you like.
Ooh. Not Maryland. What about BC? Scroll back up a little bit.
BC's favored.
Damn it.
These are all fucking. You want to put NC State on there?
Yeah.
NC State.
They can pull it.
Here's our money line part. We're gonna pull Florida.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, do that.
We're gonna do our 5-team. Not touching that game because that game's too close.
You want to go Mormon?
Put Mississippi State, right? That was one of your picks.
Right. You want to go Mormons too? Complete the 5?
There's our 5-game parlay. 5. You see it on the screen? Am I showing it right?
Yeah.
5 plus 166,900. So we're gonna just lay a little 10 burger on that. 10 to win 16 grand, guys. 10 to win 16 grand. If we win that, I'll divvy it between me and Tyler. And that's what we'll roll. 10 to win 16 grand. What if that happened?
I'd be flabbergasted.
We can make another. We can do another parlay we think is actually going to happen. But that's going to be my my money line parlay for today. And I'll do a couple more. Follow me on Twitter all day. We'll be tweeting all day, I'm sure. Tyler, if that hits, that's really not so. Like West Virginia, I picked to win. Florida, I picked to win. Mississippi State can very easily win that game.
Yep. The
only one I'm really worried about, I mean, Georgia could blow out Florida, is the NC State game.
Yeah, that is a worry, but I'm fairly confident. I want the chaos to happen, and it's going to.
Now, if you guys were smart, you would make a parlay with the exact opposite teams and just win a little bit of money.
And win your $88. That'll probably amount to be.
Actually, what would that be? Let's do that. Let's see how much that would be. That would be.
It's got to be under 100, no?
Wait, we picked Auburn. Who was the first game we picked?
You find it?
10 to win you 21.
What is that? Oh, Jesus Christ.
So you see our money line parlay. Go big or go home. Make your own parlays. Have fun. It's college football. Let's go watch the games. Go enjoy. We're all going to go watch Lee Corso pick the head right now. We love you guys. Sorry it was late. I think this was fun on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's quite nice just to talk a little bit about college football.
Maybe we do this every Saturday morning, even if we already do a podcast the day before. Maybe we just come in. I don't know. Maybe we do our live. Maybe we'll work on that. Let's text today, Tyler. Me and you will text.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll just do like like gambling, like do the money line parlay and do like picks like that on there. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I'll work something out on that. But guys, enjoy. Just like always on our network. I'm Johnny. I'm Johnny B. Your wifey favorite gambler, maybe I'm his favorite bookie. Moneyline parlay. Go check out TikTok on the Card Sports. Tyler, as always, Spike College Football Show. We just keep it spiked.
Right.